connect later.
Yes, we need to catch up. Hello, everybody.
Oh, we're live. Yeah, hello, everybody. It always takes an extra second for the YouTube to connect that I look at to see people's comments.
Hello, everybody.
All right, perfect. Hello, everyone. Welcome to July 23rd. Every Monday, Bobbie G and I come live at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'd be 5 p.m. BST time for our London people. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Tara. Yeah, if you guys are coming on, say hello. Bobbie, some of the comments are great. I'll read them to you in a second. So hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our, what should I call this, Bobbie? Like our radio show, our Mondays.
Our phantasmagorical presentation of the wondrousness of all that we is and all that is.
Yes. Yes. I love it. So everyone who's coming on, just say hello. Let us know how, like, just let us know what's going on Monday. Let us know Monday how vibing, how you're doing. We're going to give it like just a minute because I had some tech issues, so we came in a little late. Apologies. Mwah. We'll give it like just a minute or two till people come on. So let us know how you're doing. If you are already on, Bobbie, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to kick off the general little.
Yeah, go for it, girlfriend.
Awesome. So in like a minute or two, guys, we'll do a little mini meditation all together so that because Bobbie G is my ultimate goal. I think one thing that sets us apart from the other spiritual teachers out there is that our goal is always to help you connect to yourself more strongly so that you hear your own answers. So I'm going to Bobbie found a word that kind of describes it perfectly, oracles. We help you hear yourself more clearly. So that is always our goal and mission. So that's why we'll start it that way. So let's say hello to, we got Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. We got Tara in the house. Lady Aruna is saying hi. Divine Love and Light is here. Yvette Saucedo is here. And guys, we would much appreciate a thumbs up if you like our show and a share of our video, maybe to Facebook, maybe to a friend. We would much appreciate to bring source and spirit to the hearts of more people. We have Sierra in the house. What's up, Sierra? Oh, Monday work day with the frown face. Oh, we got Queen in the house.
Hey, Queen.
Morgan Johnson. Seriously.
Everybody else she's saying hey to. I just can't say hey to everyone. So double her hate to mine too.
Yeah, she can't read the comments, guys. I'm kind of taking over that right there. We got Sheila and Morgan. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. A good angel number to kickstart our meditation, 1211. Great place to be in alignment. So guys, go ahead and close your eyes. Closing your eyes helps you shut down one of the human level senses so that you can begin to hear your internal calling. And go ahead and just allow your arms to fall however they want to fall, up or down. For this meditation, it doesn't matter. Just allowing your breath to slow and deepen, finding its own natural rhythm that's at a slower and deeper pace. And go ahead and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Go ahead and just let your shoulders drop a little bit more. Allow the muscles in your stomach to just completely relax one by one, feeling your belly getting a little poofier. Beginning to allow the neck and the back to relax, just letting the tension go and feeling that sense of lightness and lighter inside of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now beginning in your mind's eye to picture a white light from above beginning to come down and permeate into your being. Let it be natural with where the light decides to come in. You may feel it on your chest. You may feel it as a light that you breathe into your body. And you may feel it as a light at the top of your crown, massaging out, working down through your brain and into your body. However the light chooses to come in, just allow it to begin to massage out your energy field. There is no right or wrong way for this to happen. Knowing that your inner being, your soul, your internal spirit guide will guide the light as it just begins to massage energy out. With every breath in, a note of happiness begins to enter your auric field. And with every breath out, any worries or concerns just disappear. Because you're right here, right now, you're connecting to your own internal guidance system, the part of you that knows. Because much of what we want to speak to many of you today about is something that Kelly just learned. And we're sure Bobbie will have much more to add to this with her beautiful expertise. But it's about that internal inner knowing within you. It's about knowing that you have the power to make the decisions for you and not giving up that power. Many people are unaware and unconscious of how they're giving that power up. It's when you sit back, well, let's see what they do. Sometimes that's coming from a place of observation. Sometimes that's coming from a place of, well, if they really know what's best, they'll just know what to do. And we want you to take that back inside of you. Just as you knew when we said, call the light to you, we threw 3 examples of how the light could go in your body, but you felt it. You felt a little bit of relief of when you allowed the light just to go where it was supposed to go. You have to give people, we're going to word it as the key to your heart. If your heart is guarded, fine. What would make it enjoyable for you to enjoy the experience? What's something you'd like to experience and share with the person? Instead of, well, if they're really my soulmate, they'll sit back, they'll do it just right. I'm just supposed to feel good, right? That is giving your power up. Instead, hey, great suggestion. You know what would feel a little bit better? You know what would help me feel more safe? Oh, thank you so much for asking me out. That feels really good. I can't wait to experience that with you. Oh, I'm so glad you reached out. I can't wait to hang out. That feels a little rushed to me. Perhaps if we did something outside, I would feel a little more XYZ. It's you claiming that power back to express how you feel. That we're hoping to just gently wake up, as gentle as the light entered your body, just to gently wake up. Wake up to the power within. And we're going to use the example between Bobbie and Kelly right now. Bobbie is completely trusting Kelly to handle the tech. Are there some instances like today where Kelly happened to be running late? That's when it would be up to Bobbie to choose her reaction and then express how it made her feel. And the reaction can be, no big deal. It worked out how it worked out. She says nothing if that's what feels good to her. Other times it could be, hey, I've been noticing a little bit of a pattern of being late. Is there anything going on? Can I help with anything? Or the other reaction of, hey, I kind of feel a little weird starting our show a little bit late. What do you think? Do you see how easy it can be to have that conversation 3 examples, depending on how Bobbie may or may not feel, feeling safe to express it. That's the power we invite all of you to come back and share today and reinvigorate in your life and share and express with others. And our message is done. Bobbie and Gregor, if you have anything to add.
As you move into your ability to respond and accept your responsibility for how you navigate your life, you create an environment where you are the captain of your soul. You work with spirit and you align with spirit to help guide you, but you're aware that you are the one in this physical body, in this physical reality, utilizing your spiritual gifts to help you navigate the journey. What Kelly and her spirit guides are offering to you is an awakening of your own being to your responsibility to be awake and aware to the choices you are making. Because in that awakeness and awareness, you become discerning of the knowing that you are, that life is not happening to you, it's happening through you. And you cannot control everything in your environment. At this point in time, you cannot control the weather. You cannot control everybody around you. You cannot control so many things. But what you have the power to control is your response to it. And through your response to it, that is so powerful because it leads you to new opportunities and new possibilities and new nuances that you would never, ever be aware of if you thought life was happening to you, if you thought you were at the effect of everything in your environment and that you were helpless and hopeless. So as you be awake and aware of all the things that Kelly was sharing with you, and as you step into your own knowing that you're the one in charge of your response to this environment, and as you choose wisely that which feels more in alignment and feels good instead of that which doesn't feel good, you create a more vibrant, alive, enjoyable life. And we think that is a good way to do it. And that is from the Gregory.
I loved it. Gregory and Bobbie's energies combo together. So soothing. See, Sharon B is saying good morning. Morgan saying I love you two ladies. Sierra asking a question. Little Miss Hutch is saying just what I needed. Dynamite Duo, Kelly and Bobbie. Hey, Gucci to Coach is here. How's your book and publication going? Hey guys. Hey, Felicia made it. Silver Ice is in the house. Bonafide Bloom, hello. And Sierra's saying you answered my question already.
We love it when we do that. We pick up the energies. What we want you to know is that the illusion that you're separate is never true. We pick up the energies of what's going on in the chat room with all of you. And the way the choosing happens for who will get a read is we're looking to give information to the most number of people that we can, since it would be very challenging to be able to answer everybody's questions for the volume of people that come to these. And we're delighted there's a volume to choose from. So we invite you to listen carefully to every answer and find out vibrationally what part of those answers work for you. because most of what is being communicated is a vibrational energy. That's the difference between the psychic and the oracle. The psychic gives specific information about specific people. The oracle is reading energies, vibrations, and possibilities. And we can read the possibility for one person and it can reach 10 who are listening, or 20, or 1,000.
Because it's all about, guys, it's all about just allowing in the shift in the personal growth. Personal growth does not need to be hard. Even if it's something that was like traumatic that happened in the past, as you release it, you can enjoy the process. So I love this success story. It has a success story about Bobbie. Hey everyone, Bobbie, the advice you gave me 2 weeks ago worked out awesome. I even met someone, technically old, but never in this way, and I'm nervous, but it feels so right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love affirmations for the Bobbie brain. The Gregory doesn't need them, but Bobbie goes, oh, Gregory came through correctly. After 30 years, you'd think she'd believe us.
Because we got Linda. Cheryl, I definitely see your comments. Okay, so Linda's in the house. Yeah, okay. People are resonating with the thing. Miss Bishop's in the house. Thank you to everyone new who's coming in here. I put a link in the description, guys. If you'd like a reading with Bobbie, you can click there. You'll just click. You'll get redirected to a checkout page. You get a full hour deep diving with just her. If you'd like a reading with me, I'm actually offering them. I don't know how long I'll be offering them for, but for now I'm offering one-on-one sessions. I put both links in the chat room if you'd like them. Hey, Danielle's in the house. Okay, so let's just go ahead and let's just get into some one-on-one people. So look, guys, I'm going to give you an example and just write the word me. That's it. Nothing more, no special characters, just me. It will really help me with being able to pick who spirit wants to read for. And guys, just know that when the person gets picked, it's the person who is most ready to hear the information and most represents the people in the room. So you will oftentimes hear your answer being answered through other people. All right. Morgan Johnson, it's you. I don't think we've read from Morgan before. How exciting. How exciting. So go ahead, Morgan, and just ask your question. Danielle, it's nice seeing you here. Oh, we got Tammy too. I didn't say hi to Tammy yet. Hi, Tammy. Cheryl, I love it. I'm ready to receive. Cheryl, I'm just beyond curious what your question is. But Morgan Johnson was definitely the first one. Who's going first? Hey, Bobbie, do you have any announcements, any shows or workshops you got coming up?
For anybody who is in the Reading area, we're going to be doing a live at the Gratitude Center. My husband, Roger, is going to be presenting his incredible process that helps you move through blockages between you and developing your spiritual gifts and manifesting them more powerfully. We're so excited. We do have some openings available. And if you go to my website at www.bobbieg.com/redbluff, there's the information and the ability to sign up for the class. So we're doing that live here for this week. And I'm very excited about that. That's going to be fun.
I just linked to it in the chat room, guys. You can click on that link. But if you happen to be in the Red Bluff, California, Northern California area, I put the link in there so you could go see Bobbie live. I wish I was there, Bobbie.
Yeah. Oh, you would love it, Kelly. We're going to be doing the eye movement stuff. And I have no idea. I'm letting Roger be in charge, and he's going to tell the Bobbie G and the Gregory what to do.
All right. So we got Morgan's questions now. I'm going to use my tarot cards for this one, and then I'll let Bobbie, she has more to say. So for anyone who came with the question of, Morgan's question is, am I on the right path on my purpose on this physical earth? This answer is going to help you. For others, it might be like, am I on the right path in my dating life? Am I doing the right things to be starting my business? Is it the right time for me to apply for this new job I've been thinking about? This answer is going to help. And I'm going to this deck is so good. Questions like this. Unless Bobbie, is it okay if I go first with a tarot read?
Go ahead. We already have our answer formulating, but we're going to bounce off of yours.
Okay. Bobbie, the Gratitude Center, that's in Red Bluff, California.
Yes, it's about 30 miles from us.
Yeah, it's more north than Bakersfield, guys. Bakersfield's like middle California. That's Northern California. All right, here we go.
We're 2 hours from the Oregon border here.
Wow, Morgan. Okay, so when you're saying, am I on the right path on this life purpose on earth, you got in this entire deck, okay, and I've only laid out like 8 cards, you got all the cards of you need to have more fun. So in terms of the right path, it's not something microscopic that you have to find, that you have to like find your niche, find exactly what it is you're going to do. Like, you don't have to know from the get-go exactly what it is. It's more about you're treating it like it's this step by step journey where you have to know the path ahead. You have to know, this is the step that will get me this. Once I get here, then I could take this step. Once I get here, then I could take this step. But it's not about that. It's kind of more about, we're going to use the analogy because we have Kelly's life experience to draw from, and it's The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series. And they were, oh, let's just go straight to Mordor, drop the ring in the fire. That's not a life purpose. Instead, they had to go here, pick some supplies up. Then they had to go here. They met someone. Someone said, oh, this other person over here can help us. Well, now we need to go here. Well, now let's get help from the eagles. And then when they were climbing around the mountain, one of those scenes, at one point, they had to go inside of the mountain. Do you see how they had to go inside of the mountain instead of oh, I just need to climb up and over this mountain? It was like, I need to climb up this mountain. 75% of the way there, it's, ooh, taking a little detour is going to be safer for me. You have to be okay with the detours as you go on this path. And from that, you're making a little bit more work than it has to be, Morgan. You got all 3 cards of you need to have more fun. Because what we would invite you to, Morgan, view it as, let me show you this card. View it as play. View it as, does this make me fun? Because it's take a little bit of the note of that seriousness off and play. And so how, like, the best way we can explain it to you is we're going to give you an example with Kelly's life. Someone recently gave Kelly an example of like, hey, Kelly, when you were 5, you would run next door and say to your friends, hey, I got a new bike. Do you want to ride bikes? And you as 5 would just be like, yes. And you'd run outside and run and play. What happened preceding to the response from that person to Kelly was, hey, Kelly, you even mentioned, do you want to dance more? Do you want to go to this dance class, with me? It's this kind of specialty. I think you would like it. Kelly's response was, ooh, that would help me get some good cardio in, which would help me lose weight. That's the part we want you to hear. Instead of making it a task, a journey, it has to be hard work. Don't separate yourself. Do you see her face? Don't separate yourself from the fun. As you follow the fun, it will path. And so now the next example we could give you from that is Kelly had 0 marketing skills, 0 sales skills. The girl would shake and still does a little bit, just to a far less degree when she's on a sales call and it gets down to it's the money conversation part. In this city of hers, she in 18 months went to 120,000. Others were in I need a business plan. I need to find market fit. I need to find da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you hear the difference between the two? Kelly just went whoa, I want to do this. Is there anyone who wants to experience this with me? Okay, so now we're going to switch to another story with you. Kelly went, I love channeling, playing with spirit guides. Once she started doing enough of it, it was like, whoa, this now feels like work to me. It became unfun to her. You are at that same point right now, Morgan. Kelly, even this last weekend, she turned off all notifications for clients and friends and just totally digital detoxed and went, wait, I love playing tarot. Who loves getting messages from me and the way that I read tarot? That's who I want to connect with. Because do you see how it's the same transformation Kelly can provide people, but now she's viewing it as a sense of, who wants to play tarot with me the way I do it? You'll still get the same transformation information, but it's going to be in a much more fun way. Okay, so do you have any questions on that so far, Morgan? There's more messages for you. Morgan, do you make any comments, any questions so far, Morgan? Because from there are some limiting beliefs, and Bob, you'll probably be able to help with this more than me with the tarot read. There's one limiting belief of This is how it's supposed to be done. It's done this way. And the best example we can give you with that is Kelly. She didn't have marketing skills or sales skills before she started. She was just a dog with a, I have a ball. I love doing this. Does someone want to play with me in this? And she was, woo, this is fun. People came to her. From that, though, this year and a half, she's built this. Oh, this is how you do it. This is how you reach people. You do visibility. You run workshops. You da 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 da. And Kelly also had a friend who say, you know, the reason why you have to do all of that work to get clients is because you have that belief system. Why not just think word of mouth? I've done enough. My tribe is big enough. People know when they need me. I don't need to go live 3, 4, 5 times a week anymore. Changing the thoughts is what's going to make it like a dream come true. Oh my God, that was so fun to read that. Morgan, let me know where you're at. Bobbie, if you have more to add. Renata's already saying, Kelly, thank you for that. I tuned in at just the right time. Good. I'm glad you tuned in at just the right time.
From our perspective, the first thing we want you to know is the minute you take your first breath, you've already won the game. You've already done what you need to do to be here to play this experience. When you ask if you're on your right path, so much of what Kelly has given you is possibilities for your egoic mind to think about, to play with, to examine. But in the middle of all that, what we want is for you to slow down, center up, and be in the moment with yourself. Which part of what you're doing feels good? Which part of when you think about the different possibilities of what you like to do, when you think about it, go, God, that feels so good. Look at what Kelly's doing with the tarot. She's having fun with it. She's enjoying it. It's a bliss. As you pay attention, Bobbie right now is doing a lot of reading, and she's reading so many different books and listening to so many different books because she loves to learn. And in being able to find what you want to do, you have to take a step and feel what feels right. Take a step and feel what feels right. All of that is your path. Your path isn't, people get confused that they're supposed to go over here. And when I get over here, that's the path I'm supposed to be on. The journey that you're making that's growing you is the journey you're supposed to be doing. So as long as you're moving forward, paying attention to your internal guidance system that says, yeah, this one feels, I don't think I like that one so much. Well, let me see whether or not it's just my ego in the way. Nope, definitely don't like that one. Okay, move them back over here. Okay, this feels better. And as you pay attention to your heart's desire, begin to center up and feel the center of you so you can know when you're in alignment. That's why we say so often the importance of meditating, so that you feel what it's like when you're in your egoic day-to-day living, and then you feel what it's like to be in alignment with spirit, so that you know when we're coming through to you and when you're feeling what you want to do, because it's a journey where you take a step, we assist. You say what you want, we assist. You say what feels good, we assist. It's not that we're doing it for you or that we have an agenda. We are your cheering squad. We are your, what do they call those? Your assistants, your non-physical assistants helping you move through, but you're the one who has to pay attention to how it feels to you in this moment. All of that is what you need to do. We like something we heard from Oprah the other day, was taken from Eckhart Tolle, we believe. How do you know that you're where you need to be? Because that's where you're at. Where you're at is where you need to be to learn what you're learning, so you can decide what you're going to do next. And being in the moment and appreciating the moment is the biggest gift you can give yourself to help you learn what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, that's a good point, guys. The best way I can summarize that for you is that your inner being always knows. When you get that divine message, that intuitive download, the inspired action, the, ooh, that would feel really good, that's your answer. You're either let's go for it and you do it and you act on it and it's totally fun throughout the whole journey, or sometimes what can happen is you get that really good feeling and then the old programming, the shit from the past will come up, and it will come up as fear, doubts, or thought of, oh, it can't possibly be that easy. You got to go with the first impulse, because after that you're just stuck in confusion. The confusion means you heard your impulse, the old programming came up, and you keep bouncing between the two. Go with the first impulse. um so it looks like, did you have something to say, Bobbie?
I do want to say one thing. This is from Bobbie. Because that was Gregory. For those of you who haven't seen before, I bounce back and forth between the two, and some people who've heard us a lot can tell the difference in the cadence. So I try to make clear when it's Bobbie coming through. But I was doing a meditation before I came on here, and pictures of my past started to come up. And I went, ah, okay, I'm starting to view my life through my rear view mirror. I turned around and looked to my future instead. Because when I let the past fears, doubts, considerations, and pictures drive where I'm going, it's going to recreate where I've been. And so when I find myself driving, you want to know a little bit about your past and your past problems and your upsets and so forth, so that you know when it's getting in your way. But after you've done a lot of work on it, then the trick is to turn around and say, okay, now what's next? Yeah, I do have some. I've had those fears in the past. That was appropriate back there or not appropriate back there, but that's back there. Turn yourself around and look to your future.
Okay, so it looks like Morgan totally gets the message. That's a new question, Morgan. We're gonna go ahead and just move on to the next person. Guys, just write the word me, plain and simple, no extra emojis. Spirit will pick the person. I definitely appreciate all of the comments on my necklace. Thank you. And someone's commenting that they love the teal on you, Bobbie.
Thank you.
People, okay, a lot of people are saying it makes sense. I love all the hearts in here, guys. Love hearts. Thank y'all for coming in. I love it. So just write the word me. We're gonna stick to like one question per person, Morgan, but I guess I should have clarified. Did you have any questions on the message that was given? Man, I got a story I could share about this, but we got 20 minutes left. I'll maybe make a video doing a different live about the story of this necklace. When I first wore it, I was ready to I was in over my head and I was spinning and I was nauseous, and now I love it. Okay, so we're getting all the me's now. Okay, so Spirit, who is it? Donna Thomas. Donna Thomas, what is your question? I'm kind of feeling pulled to do 3 more cards. Yeah, guys, once you kind of recognize that you're special, and it is kind of about knowing that here's things I'd like to experience, here's the requirements, here's what I need to feel safe in order to experience it. And once you're willing to communicate that, that's when life's going to get way more fun and it's going to feel like a whole new you. And the best example we could give you with that is Kelly recently had a conversation with her mother, and her mother asked her questions, and Kelly just said, I don't feel comfortable discussing that. Kelly went on to a different topic that she felt comfortable discussing. Her mom came back and asked again, no, come on, you could just tell me. And then it was, instead of dipping into fear or anything, it was just, but then we would be talking about the thing that I don't feel comfortable talking about. So I'm not going to answer that. You have to be willing to express that, because from there, Kelly went, I'd actually love to share a story about this. Is that something you're interested in hearing about? Her mom and her then continued a 20-minute conversation full of bonding, full of Kelly sharing stories of her friends here. Her mom felt oh, that's what I wanted to hear anyway. That's the power of it. And that's what's going to get you to the joy that you're feeling. Okay, so we're just waiting for Donna Thomas's question to be typed in. Success story. If I'm picked, I just want to know if I should move forward with this guy. He accepted me, my spirituality 4 years ago, but then you start dating, that can change big time. Oh, this is interesting. I normally do personal and emotional growth, but Bobbie, Donna's question is, my question will be, will my oldest daughter get a job? Want to go first, or you want me to go
Give
first?
us a time frame, my darling. In all of eternity, of course she will. What we want when we look is for you and your daughter to decide. No. Let your daughter decide what it is she wants. Let her be in her own vortex of creating what she wants, where she wants, and how she wants it. Allow her to be in that space. And your job, Donna, is to be the support person, is to be the one who sees her being able to find her highest and best answer. In all that you are doing with this beautiful individual, your ability to hold the space that she will find the correct path for her towards job or whatever is what is important. There is some expectation here from you that is not of service to her. And the more you can release that and hold the knowing of her competency and her ability, the more she will feel her ability and begin to step into her own empowerment to move forward in her life in just the right way.
So some stories that we'd like to share that perfectly highlight what Bobbie said is Kelly was listening to Abraham Hicks over the weekend. And with that, Esther's story was she was in a bathroom stall. She heard a child on the stall next to her screaming, making a ruckus. She happened to lock herself in and wasn't quite old enough yet to figure out how to lock herself out. By the time Esther was walking out of the stall, it was enough to see the mom worming her way, crawling on the floor, worming into the stall to get in there and unlock the door. Esther's first thought was, well, if that lady doesn't deserve Mom of the Year award, then I don't know what mom does. The second thought was, well, wait a second, wouldn't it have been easier for the 6-year-old to crawl out underneath? Because the energy behind that story is the mom was, my baby's in pain, I need to save her. That was teaching the girl to become, if I'm in pain, mom, crying, hello, come save me. Whereas instead of, oh no, honey, can't figure out the locking system. Well, let's take a couple of breaths. We're now separating from Esther's story and going into what Kelly and we were discussing. Well, honey, can you look up? Is there anything, can you get out up top anyway? No? Okay. Well, are you feeling like you want to give the lock another try? No? Okay. Well, what if you look down? Is there another way out? Or it could have been, hey, honey, look down here. Just come crawl right on out. That would have been a different way of showing her that, hey, when you get upset, it's okay. Soothe your emotions. Try to come up with a plan B. So because from there, now we're going to go into your energy. And in your energy, there's a little bit of an upper limit. So there's a little bit of a need to kind of detach, sit back and go, so this is what it feels like to be a mom who has a child who's looking for work, needs a job, and yada, 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 yada. This is what this feels like. I don't enjoy this feeling. And here are other areas in my life that are enjoying, because there's a little bit of upper limiting going on in your life right now. And what that is everyone has a default thermostat set level of how much enjoyment they'll allow into their life. Things are flowing well for you, Donna. Your life overall is going very well. And then what happens is, oh, but my daughter isn't doing well. Let me think about that all the time. Look at all this beauty that's going on. But let me think about this one area of my life that isn't going well. That is you. How shall we say this? That is you. If someone were to say, oh, your flower in your garden looks so well. Oh, you're enjoying retirement. Oh, I love that you look so beautiful today. Oh, thank you. But my daughter isn't doing well. She needs a job. It's that, no, life can't possibly be this good because here's this bad thing that's going on. If you sit back and this is everything that's going on well in my life, hold the space, just be like, I know she's going to find a job. She's a smart cookie. She's going to calm down and be able to unwiggle that latch, or she's going to crawl out underneath. My daughter can figure it out. My daughter can figure it out. That's the energy we need. Encourage you to be sending, instead of, oh, I'm so worried about you too, honey. You can figure it out. Well, what have you done so far? Okay. Well, you've got it. It's going to happen. If she then needs financial assistance, your only job right now, instead of worrying and spending all this time thinking about it, listen to what we said through Kelly earlier: requirements, needs. What are your, we're going to add a third word. What are you willing to, what are you able to potentially share and give right now? If she were to need money, what would be, how much could you give? What would your limit be? If you were to give money, do you have requirements for it? Honey, I'd be happy to help you. I'd like to be, my requirement would be, maybe it's just to give it. I trust you to spend it as you will. Or my requirement is a once a week, just let me know how many jobs you apply for. What is your requirement? What are you willing to give? What is your requirement to give it so that you feel good, so that you're in a place of enjoyment? Oftentimes when this is what's called the vibrational ladder, emotional guidance list. When someone's down here in worry and panic and you're up here and happy, you could be upper limiting and go, everything's going well. Oh, but this isn't going well. So you're lowering your vibration. If you go down to, oh, I know, honey, work is so hard. Work is so this or that. You drop down. There's no room for you guys to go up. If you stay up here like, oh, I've been there, but you can figure it out. I know you can. Here's what's going on in my life. If you give them the possibility of here's what's possible, they can go up. And they're asking, do you understand? Sierra's just loving these generals. And giving another thanks. Bobbie gave this advice 2 months ago. Okay, we got Chris in the house, Danielle. Or why did I call you Danielle? It's not Bobbie. We got Chris in the house.
One of the things that I really get a kick out of as Bobbie is the number of people who pick up. Someone told me on my Blog Talk radio show that the reason why so many people ask for generals is they figured out that Gregory is able to pinpoint what it is they need more than they are. They'll have a question in mind and then Gregory will zap right to it. And you've said that same thing too, Kelly. And my Bobbie brain goes, because for me, Bobbie, it's like, well, if you have a specific question, they give a specific answer, then I know a specific result happened. But I just have to show up, get out of the way, and let Gregory come through with this information. Because after 30 years, I am beginning to figure out that they know better than me. You think?
All right, guys, go ahead. Let's do, Don, if you have a follow-up question, go ahead and ask it. But let's go ahead and start the me again. Just write the word me, simple, no emojis. I love your hearts in between, but while we're picking, it's so much easier if I just see the word me. I do want to comment on one question I see here though, where we're waiting for the next people to, and that's serenities. If spirit chooses me, is the man I'm talking to going to make me and my fun? I love that my Freudian slip is fun. Mm-hmm. Is he going to make me and my son feel protected and happy and abundant? No one can make you feel anything. So here that is, I'm a mother, I have a son, I would like to have that family unit experience. I would like to just be part of a team, have a husband in my life. And when I'm with this person, I just want to feel safe and protected. And I want to feel, and I just want to feel happy. I want to share good times with the person. I want it to be enjoyable. And I want it to feel abundant so that we feel like we can do things we want to do when we want to do them. I want that level of enjoyment.
And
can I keep going? Can I keep going, or do you gotta?
We want to have you pay attention to the words you were using, my darling. I want him to make me feel and my son feel protected. You just gave away your power. And in relationship, that is rarely a good thing, because if you need him for you and your son to feel protected, then if anything happens to him, you're vulnerable. When you find that strength within you, and you know that you got what it takes to take care of you and your son, and somebody else coming along could be an auxiliary that would be nice, a support for you in what you can do. But pay attention to your words, that you don't give your power away, because that's not a zesty place to live. That's a place of scary, of needy, of stuck. And we would never want that for you, my darling.
So you know your requirements, you know what you need to be in relationship with someone. Take what Bobbie said, instead of, is he going to make me feel this way? Yes or no. It's, this is my requirement. Let me go on the first couple of dates with this guy. Let me hang out with him for 3 months. How do I feel? Do I feel that this is my requirement? Do I feel that way with him? Yes or no? You have your answer. It is that simple, guys. It's that simple. This is how I want to feel in a relationship. Do I feel that way? Yes or no? You then have to look at, take Bobbie's advice. Actually, we shouldn't deep dive on this right now. You have a requirement. You either feel that way or you don't. And I can give you, like, the last guy I dated, when we weren't hanging out, I didn't feel safe and secure. And I went, I don't trust that he's not speaking to other girls right now. And I went, that's not how I want to feel. New guys that I'm speaking to, I do trust that, because everyone, I hope that makes enough sense. We can't deep dive on that one right now.
Yes. Good example.
Okay, we've got a couple more me's. Okay.
Only a couple?
Well, it's 12. Okay. Whoa, that is a crazy set of emojis. I love it. Ooh, we got someone from the UK here. So guys, go ahead and just write the word me, like that. Just write the word me right now so we could pick who's next. And if you would like a private session with me, I'm gonna link to it after we get all the me's. And I'm gonna get Bobbie's link. Oh wait, that's the link to your events. Let me, there we go. Okay, there we go. There's okay, so there's the links, guys. If you'd like to deep dive with either Bobbie or me, there's the links to book with either of us. If you'd like, you'll just click on the link. You'll get redirected to a typical checkout page. You'll schedule your account, you'll schedule your event and pay, and then we'll get in touch with you, and then we'll deep dive with you guys one-on-one. So it looks like, okay, who is it, Spirit? Last one, Spirit, to wrap it up. Who is it? It's oh, apologies if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Chandra Prasad. It is definitely you, darling. What is your question? Okay, so as we're waiting for her question, now I'll pick up where I left off with that last little spiel I went on. It's, you either feel a certain way with someone or you don't. If I'm, like I did, if I'm going to share my YouTube with someone, I want to feel this way about it. With Bobbie, I feel that way. With others, I'm like, I've had like a lot of people, hey, can I go on your YouTube? Can I go on your YouTube? I'm like, no. But do you hear, it's because I set my requirement. This is how I want to feel in general in my life. And if I were to share a YouTube with someone, this is how I'd want to feel. I feel that way with Bobbie, and there's like no questions about it. There's no me second guessing it or analyzing it or pulling tarot spreads on it. It's just, I just feel that way with her. And it actually brings delight for me to, hey, if you want more of Bobbie, here's where to go. You need to feel that way with other people. And if there's past trauma that's happened, it doesn't matter that, well, it doesn't matter in the sense of how you can feel now. Sometimes when I get around people, I recognize like, oh, they are triggering some old stuff. And that feels very like the trauma of me growing up. And I don't want that anymore. I'm ready to feel safe in relationship spirit. And then I get men around where I'm like, oh, I feel so safe around them. I was even belly dancing in front of a guy recently. And I was like, whoa, who, see how that works? I normally don't dance for people to have some reference there. Okay, we're just waiting for Chandra's question.
And when you're choosing who to be around, when you notice what comes up from the past, that's information for you to look at to decide if it's your issue or their issue. When I first met my husband, I was crying about the last person, actually physically crying. And he came over to ask me how I was. And my initial response was, great, somebody else hitting on me. And I looked at that and I went, whoa, does he deserve that boomerang based on my past? Luckily, 28 years ago, I decided to hang out with my uncomfort and get to know him along with several other people. And there were things that came up that didn't belong to him because I had past stuff I still needed to work through. But being in his presence, like Kelly's saying, felt comfortable and safe. And sometimes my own stuff came up. So it's a weaving in and out. Gregory talks about over here is your spiritual, over here is your physical. When you're in a relationship, over here is some of your past stuff, over here is your now. And paying attention to both. But when you're clear about now and you're clear about past, you can navigate the situation. That didn't get said very well. Can you clarify that, Kelly?
I'm having a little hard time expressing it too right now. It's sometimes you can have stuff from your childhood triggered in the now, and it's, hey, that's something from the past that's getting triggered. You should never be in a situation, relationship where, oh my God, I had like a bipolar. Okay, so my example is one of the previous guys I was dating. It definitely triggered my mom. My mom was like bipolar, narcissistic, borderline personality, blah, 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 crazy diagnosis, right? So it had a very chaotic feeling to it. I've been around men where I feel safe. I cuddle them. We wake up, we go get coffee the next day. We talk about the future and I feel safe. One of the last guys I dated, it had that same chaotic feeling. So I was like, okay, so obviously something within me still attracted that inside of me. And for a while I stuck it out a month or two, like, oh, that's just my old stuff getting triggered. And then I went, wait, it's been 2 months and it wasn't a one-time occurrence that I just had to, oh, I was opening up to a new level of vulnerability with the man. I just got triggered. I'm good to go. I felt that way for 2 months. So it went, I feel that way with him. It doesn't mean he's evil. It doesn't mean that he's narcissistic, bipolar, borderline. It doesn't mean he's evil or any of that. It just means our energy together, I feel this way. I saw his intentions for me. It was always, no, let's work this out. Come on, we'll go do this. He was putting a lot of effort. No matter the effort though, I always just felt that way. And I was like, it doesn't matter how good of intentions a person has or their best willful actions or good actions that they do. If I still feel that way, it's not a match.
Kelly, can I share one more? This made me think of a flip side of that. When I was single between husband number 1 and husband number 2, I was dating around a little bit and there was this one guy and I just felt such a pull to him. And I didn't know what it was. And I was just, oh, there was something about him. And I looked at him and I thought, you know, there's this and this and this that doesn't match up, but I just feel such a pull. What is this about? Why is this guy pulling me in this? Why do I feel so pulled to him? And then I kind of worked it through for a little bit and went, oh, it finally hit me. Emotionally unavailable butthead. I know you. I've been with you more than once. I ain't going back. So you got to be careful, not only when you're noticing things like that put you like that, but sometimes if you have, like I had, chosen people who needed me so that I could be of value. And once I got that, it was like, floop, he was gone, gone, gone.
We could do a whole show about releasing old ways of viewing love, because I had a very, you learn love from your parents, so I had a very, love is chaotic, that's how it should feel. So I always dated guys who people would label them as abusive, people label them as blah 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 blah, but that was my association with love. But each time I would date someone, to be like, wait, you know what, this doesn't feel fun to me, it doesn't feel good to me. And even though I didn't know what safe, harmonious in relationship felt like, I was like, the universe, I think it could feel a little bit better. So it was like a series of less abusive, less abusive, less abusive, less negative, less negative, less negative, less bad feeling, less bad feeling, less bad feeling. Then I dated someone who felt neutral, and I was like, whoa, this is neutral, this is great. And I was so ecstatic. And then I went to that, oh, this guy wants to contribute, oh, this guy wants to provide, oh, this guy's so kind, this guy's so less, 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 neutral, positive, 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 positive. And it's always an interplay of forgiving the past, releasing that old energy, as well as calling in the new energy. I want to feel safe. I want to feel this way. I want to blah, 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 blah. God, we could do a whole show on that. But Bobbie, it's already 103.
I just have to tag on to that. Husband number one, I married because he felt not bad. He wasn't as difficult. Husband number two feels wonderful. I had been in so much pain that not bad felt good until I got that not bad is not the same as good. We could spend a week doing a class on this one, baby. All of us, if we could share in the same room, it would be phenomenal.
We got to do a show just about this. Bobbie, it's 103. Are you, can we go?
You want to take one more?
Yeah, I want to do Chandra, because we already, we just
agreed. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And then you and I just need to quiet down a little bit and let them talk.
People are loving it. I can do some of the comments too if you want. You're gonna love Chandra's, but it's gonna give you a good flashback to when you were reading for me about 2 years ago. People are just saying, oh, Renata's saying, hey Bobbie, you just helped 2 years of my life. Thank you.
Oh.
People are saying they need to hear this. How the birds agree, they're going nuts over here. I went from bad to worse. Oh, see, that's the topic I want to cover next. But let's go back to Chandra. We do have a little bit of time constraint. I need to get going soon. Okay, so Bobbie, you're gonna love this. Chandra's question is, my last day. Chandra, are you still here? Before we answer this, are you still here? My last day of my semi-fulfilling job was this last Friday. I was initially super excited for the next step, which was starting her own business, and felt the calling full on to do so. What do I need to know about my next steps? Are you flashbacks to when I first started my company?
Well, kind of what I'm going through right now too. As I let go of my therapy practice and move into learning all of this social media and connecting with the whole world that I'm loving to do so much. What do you need to know? I'm going to have to let Kelly kind of jump on that one, because it's so powerfully in my own stuff right now. I'm getting in the way of Gregory. I'm sorry.
No, I totally got it. Okay, so Chandra, a little bit, well, let me have. So Chandra, the best advice that we could give you right now, and the best story that we could pull of Kelly's experience, and it was Bobbie who helped coach Kelly through this. When Kelly had a part-time day job in the corporate world, there hit a month, about month five, where she was, oh, this spiritual stuff, I love doing it, and I'm starting to earn equal. Well, what if I had all the time to pour into this? What would that look like? She left the day job and went, let's keep doing this. She was unprepared for the utter drop to fear that would happen. And we want to break that fear down for you, Chandra. It was for 31 years of Kelly's life, she was used to deriving income in a certain way. It is the same thing of when you go through high school and then you graduate. Is there excitement? Is there what's coming next? What college am I going to go to? What trading school am I going to go to? But there's also the, oh my God, I'm going to lose my friends. What's going on? It's that duality. Kelly dropped to utter fear. She went, wait. How am I going to pay my bills? Even though the income from the two, part-time, and the part-time was 20 hours a week in the corporate world, her spiritual work, it was, in terms of time on the phone with clients, it was 10, but the income was the same. So you could argue that that one earned more. She still dipped into fear, and the fear was, for quite some time, I've been earning money in this way. How am I going to pay my bills? I don't know. I'm not going to have, I get 200 here, 200 here, sometimes 400 there, 200 here, 200 there. Like, I don't get my payment on the 1st and my payment on the 15th. Where are my 2 steady paychecks? She had to de-escalate that vibration of, well, it's okay for me to be feeling this way. It's so normal for me feeling this way. I'm used to receiving 2 big payments a month. And I'm used to knowing within like $50 what that amount is. I'm learning, I'm adjusting to a new way of earning coming. I'm adjusting into a new way of earning money. I'm adjusting to a new way of expressing myself. So there's that going on for you, Chandra. The other thing that's coming up is, you know, in the corporate world, Kelly had, oh, I work for so-and-so, it's his company. This is what I do for him. When she put herself in the limelight, she was like, whoa, it's all me. And it's me putting myself out there. And in the beginning, one of the biggest fears that came up for Kelly was, Spirit, you don't understand. She told us this, like almost everybody, you don't understand. I live in the South and you guys put me in like one of the Bible Belt capita. She doesn't know if that's true or not, but she always said that to us, like, this is the Bible Belt of the Bible Belt. You put me here to play with tarot cards and play with you guys. That's not fair. There was a little bit of fear of, this is who I am. This is who I play with tarot cards. I love gemstones. I love metaphysical. I love meditating. This is who I am. It's that vulnerability of, this is who I am. Because that's what initially felt good about it too. That, you know, this is who I am. I'm ready to express and share that with the world. And the people that bring in find delight and enjoyment from that. And if they also happen to get transformation and growth and other good stuff in their life from it, great. I'm ready to be fully who I am. And who likes that? That's who I'm ready to work with. It's that fear of vulnerability. This is who I am. So Kelly started with, when she first moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee, she put all her tarot cards, which at that time was 2 decks, locked in a box. She wrapped it in duct tape. We were laughing at the whole time, and she would, shut up, you guys don't understand. And she threw it in a corner in what is called closets, put other boxes on top of it. 2 years later, she unopened it and was like, why did I hide this side of me for so long? Now when she goes out, 18 months after starting it, she goes to, it's like a milk and honey place. She doesn't know if there's spirits run out there, but she orders their tea and will start pulling tarot spreads for herself. And she just giggle and laugh and have a good time. She'll go to the Mexican burrito place, pull out tarot spreads as she's eating their burritos. She likes this other place. She's just like, this is who I am. She's trusting that the people who don't like it can regulate their own emotions and separate. Is she aware that sometimes they'll have a reaction, maybe say something to her? She gets the choice to say something back, to ignore it, stay focused on what she wants, pack up her stuff and move on to somewhere else. Those are the 2 main, how do we word it? 2 main emotional lessons that we hear you growing over. And don't worry, my dear, you're going to move through them and breeze through them with ease. Now that you have the awareness of, oh, is that what's, as we like how Bobbie says it, we might get it a little bit wrong, Bobbie, but, oh, is that what's going on? Well, I choose this instead. That's what we wish for you to hear.
And we would like to, this is half Bobbie, half Gregory coming through here, because I want to share my journey with you as I move from, I love that the student, because Kelly came to me, is now teaching the teacher. You know that it's a wonderful relationship when there's this ebb and flow between the 2 of us. That's just, we both help each other so much. But as I move through this.
Bobbie, wait. Bobbie, pause one. Bobbie, wait, pause. My internet's unstable, so I'm not going to be able to hear it, and I want them to hear this. This is good. Okay, I got it's back on, Bobbie. Go ahead.
Okay.
Start all over.
Okay. I was just saying how much I love the fact that the student is teaching the teacher. And I'm saying this as Bobbie with a little bit of Gregory input, because they want you to hear what I have to say. That as I'm moving from I've gone from corporate to being self-employed, and now self-employed where clients were the ones driving and the Board of Behavioral Sciences and the insurance companies were driving what I'm doing. Now I am completely free flowing, and it's only up to me when I show up and how I show up. And I'm also going through some of what Kelly's talking about. I do have some income coming in, but it's not the same amount. And when I start to get into that fear space, what I do is I look at all the successes I have had in my life as Bobbie, all the places I've worked where I've set up programs, all the places where I've been an innovator, all the places where I've left this job and gone into this job and left the corporate and gone into self-employment. I look at my successes when I start to get afraid. And I say to myself, Bobbie, you didn't get here by being incompetent. You've been competent in everywhere you've gone. You're going to continue that competency. And you've got Gregory and your spiritual guides and the angels all helping you. And the ability to tap into that. When one client canceled in my therapy practice, and that was half as much money as a Gregory coming through the same day. And so Spirit kind of will let me know it's going to be good when I start to get afraid, but I have to work with that. So as I'm moving forward in all this, I'm remembering what my successes are. I'm staying in my gratitude. I'm knowing there is no lack. And I dip down into my fear bucket and I go, okay, I know this one. And I utilize my skills and all the things that I hear Gregory tell you and all the things that I've told my clients for the last 20 years to help me move forward, being in that space that knows I'm going to move forward. So be in the positive. And I actually have things written out on my mirror that I can go to when I start to get afraid and see what I need to stay in alignment with. So that's some of them from the physical Bobbie going through a similar of what you're going through.
I love it. Okay, guys, so if you at all found this helpful, we would much appreciate a thumbs up. If you'd like to donate a little bit, whatever you can afford, that would be appreciated as well. I also just linked to, if you'd like a reading from Bobbie, you'll see the bobbieg.com/readings. If you'd like a reading with me, you'll see the kellylunt.com/private session. Both the links are there for you if you'd like to deep dive with any topic in particular. If not, we're always here every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are just a way that you can work with both of us a little bit more in depth. And Chandra's last comment is, thank you. Today is literally my first weekday not working 8 to 5 grind. So the Fear Self-Doubt has my lady balls in a vice right now. Hey, that's okay. Chandra, just notice what's stable in your life right now. What I did is I loved my floor for the entire 30 days, the first month. I went, because what you want is, where's the money coming from? Because if you knew where the money was coming from, you would feel safe. So what do you have in your immediate vicinity right now that helps you feel safe? And for me, it was my floor. It was the only topic that I could think about that felt stable to me, that didn't trigger any negative emotions. It was, my floor is solid. My floor is always there for me. It's stable. It's solid. I could jump on it. It's always there. Bring your focus to something where you feel safe right now, and focus on that until you feel better. And then once I like, okay, you know what, there's also air to breathe in. I see the clouds, I see the trees, life goes on. I was like, okay, now I can go live and work on my business. When I got my place to that better feeling state, I'm actually crying tears of relief, joy, centeredness, because both of you hit the nail square on the head. Oh, good. I'm so glad it helped. Oh, Danielle, thank you, lady. Fist bump.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Happy for you, Chandra. Those are the 2 ways that you guys can work with both of us. We love you. See you guys next Monday. I will likely not be doing my show this Thursday, guys, but catch us next Monday. Mwah.
Bye.